How TikTok is climbing the download charts, taking on Snapchat and Twitter.
How TikTok is climbing the download charts, taking on Snapchat and Twitter. How TikTok is climbing the download charts, taking on Snapchat and Twitter. A new app is taking off and it could pose a big threat to Snapchat's core user base. According to an analyst report by MoffettNathanson, an independent sell-side research firm.
New app is taking off, and it could pose a big threat to Snapchat's core user base, according to an analyst report by MoffettNathanson, an independent sell-side research firm.
A new app is taking off, and it could pose a big threat to Snapchat's core user base, according to an analyst report by MoffettNathanson, an independent sell-side firm. A new app is taking off, and it could pose a big threat to Snapchat's core user base, according to an analyst report by MoffettNathanson, an independent sell-side research firm. TikTok, owned by China-based company ByteDance, allows users to create and share short-form videos similar to those on Snapchat and Vine. The app that Twitter purchased and ended up shutting down 2 years ago. TikTok has broad copyright agreements, allowing users to create music videos in which they lip sync along to popular songs. TikTok, owned by China-based company ByteDance.
TikTok, owned by China-based company ByteDance, allows users to create and share short-form videos similar to those on Snapchat and Vine, the app that Twitter purchased and ended up shutting down 2 years ago.
TikTok, owned by China-based company ByteDance, allows users to create and share short-form videos similar to those on Snapchat and Vine. The app that Twitter purchased and ended up shutting down 2 years ago. TikTok, owned by China-based company ByteDance, allows users to create and share short-form videos similar to those on Snapchat and Vine. The app that Twitter purchased ended up shutting down 2 years ago.
TikTok has broad copyright agreements, allowing users to create music videos in which they lip sync along to popular songs.
TikTok has broad copyright agreements, allowing users to create music videos in which they lip sync along to popular songs. TikTok has broad copyright agreements, allowing users to create music videos in which they lip sync along to popular songs. While TikTok first launched in China in 2016 to help expand the United States, the company purchased a similar app called Musical LY and consolidated the two. Now TikTok boasts 5 million monthly active users compared with Twitter's 326 million at the end of its third quarter. While Snap doesn't report monthly metrics, the company announced 186 million daily active users in third quarter, its second straight report of sequential declines.
While TikTok first launched in China in 2016, to help expand to the United States, the company purchased a similar app called Musical.ly and consolidated the two. Now,
While TikTok first launched in China in 2016 to help expand to United States, the company purchased a similar app called Musical.ly and consolidated the two. While TikTok first launched in China in 2016 to help expand to United States, the company purchased a similar app called Musical.ly and consolidated the two.
TikTok boasts 500 million monthly active users, compared with Twitter's 326 million as of the end of its third quarter. While Snap doesn't report monthly metrics, the company announced 186 million daily active users in the third quarter, its second straight report of sequential declines.
Now TikTok boasts 500 million monthly active users, compared with Twitter's 326 million at the end of its third quarter. While Snap doesn't report monthly metrics, the company announced 186 million daily active users in the third quarter, its second straight report of sequential declines. Given its focus on teens, we believe TikTok can pose a threat to Snap's core user base. Moffat Nathanson, Michael Nathanson wrote in a recent note, TikTok's ambitions appear large, especially after its parent company ByteDance raised $3 billion in funding in October 2018, counting SoftBank as one of its investors.
Given its focus on teens, we believe TikTok can pose a threat to Snap's core user base, MoffettNathanson's Michael Nathanson wrote in a recent note.
Given its focus on teens, we believe TikTok can pose a threat to Snap's core user base. Moffett-Nathanson's Michael Nathanson wrote in a recent note, given its focus on teens, we believe TikTok can pose a threat to Snap's core user base. Moffett-Nathanson's Michael Nathanson wrote in a recent note.
TikTok's ambitions appear large, especially after its parent company ByteDance raised $3 billion in funding in October 2018, counting SoftBank as one of its investors.
TikTok's ambitions appear large, especially after its parent company ByteDance raised $3 billion in funding in October 2018, counting SoftBank as one of its investors. Given its focus on teens, we believe TikTok can pose a threat to Snap's core user base. Moffett-Nathanson's Michael Nathanson wrote in a recent note, TikTok's ambitions appear large, especially after its parent company ByteDance raised $3 billion in funding in October 2018, counting SoftBank as one of its investors. ByteDance recently announced it's rolling out a new video messaging app called Douyin, in which videos disappear after 3 days. It's drawn comparisons to Snapchat and Tencent's WeChat messaging app. While it initially will launch only in China, we will see if the company decides to expand it more broadly.
It's recently announced it is rolling out a new video messaging app called Douyin, in which videos disappear after 3 days.
ByteDance recently announced it is rolling out a new video messaging app called Douyin, in which videos disappear after 3 days. ByteDance recently announced it's rolling out a new video messaging app called Douyin, in which videos disappeared after 3 days. ByteDance recently announced it's rolling out a new video messaging app called Duoshan, in which videos disappear after 3 days.
It's drawn comparisons to Snapchat and Tencent's WeChat messaging app. While it initially will launch only in China, we'll see if the company decides to expand it more broadly. How TikTok is
It's drawn comparisons to Snapchat and Tencent's WeChat messaging app. It's drawn comparisons to Snapchat and Tencent's WeChat messaging app. While it initially will launch only in China, we'll see if the company decides to expand it more broadly. While it initially will launch only in China, we'll see if company decides to expand it more broadly. ByteDance recently announced it's rolling out a new video messaging app called Duoshan, in which videos disappear after 3 days. A strong comparison to Snapchat and Tencent's WeChat messaging app. While it initially will launch only in China, we'll see if the company decides to expand it more broadly.
climbing the download charts, taking on Snapchat and Twitter. A new app is taking off, and it could pose a big threat to Snapchat's core user base, according to an analyst report by MoffettNathanson, an independent sell-side research firm. TikTok, owned by China-based company ByteDance, allows users to create and share short-form videos, similar to those on Snapchat and Vine, the app that Twitter purchased and ended up shutting down 2 years ago. TikTok has broad copyright agreements, allowing users to create music videos in which they lip-sync along to popular songs. While TikTok first launched in China in 2016, to help expand to the United States, the company purchased a similar app called Musical.ly and consolidated the two. Now, TikTok boasts 500 million monthly active users, compared with Twitter's 326 million as of the end of its third quarter. While Snap doesn't report monthly metrics, the company announced 186 million daily active users in the third quarter, its second straight report of sequential declines. Given its focus on teens, we believe TikTok can pose a threat to Snap's core user base, MoffettNathanson's Michael Nathanson wrote in a recent note. TikTok's ambitions appear large, especially after its parent company ByteDance raised $3 billion in funding in October 2018, counting SoftBank as one of its investors. ByteDance recently announced it is rolling out a new video messaging app called Duoshan, in which videos disappear after 3 days. It's drawn comparisons to Snapchat and Tencent's WeChat messaging app. While it initially will launch only in China, we'll see if the company decides to expand it more
abroad. The word consolidated in the third paragraph is closer in the meaning to combine, merge, divided. How many monthly active users does Twitter have at the end of the third quarter? Less than 400 million. Which following statement is true? The target user to TikTok are all adults. The target users of TikTok are all adults. Duoshan has already become the #1 at the download chart. TikTok belongs to ByteDance. ByteDance recently announced it's rolling out a new video messaging app called Douyin, in which videos disappear after 3 days. A strong comparison to Snapchat and Tencent's WeChat messaging app. While it initially will launch only in China, we'll see if the company decides to expand it more broadly. Roll out 正式推出新产品，开展新的政治运动。Roll out to officially make a new product available or start a new political campaign. The new model is to be rolled out in July. The new model is to be rolled out in July. Roll out 新产品发布会 an occasion when a company introduces or starts to use a new product, draw, produce a reaction or response, draw lots straw, draw lots straw 抽签决定 draw 产生引起反馈，产生引起激起 to produce a reaction or response, draw lots, draw straws. I guess we won't be drawing straws. I guess we won't be drawing straws. The plan has drawn a lot of criticism. Initially, 开始最初起始 at the beginning. Initially, the system works well. Initial 最初的 The symptoms are mild in the initial, early stage of the disease. Her initial reaction was to say no, but she eventually agreed to help. ByteDance recently announced it rolling out a new video messaging app called Douyin, in which videos disappear after 3 days. A strong comparison to Snapchat and Tencent's WeChat messaging app. While it initially will launch only in China, we'll see if the company decides to expand it more broadly. Given its focus on teens, we believe TikTok can pose a threat to Snap's core user base. Moffat Nathanson's Michael Nathanson wrote in a recent note, TikTok's ambitions appear large, especially after its parent company ByteDance raised $3 billion in funding in October 2018, counting SoftBank as one of its investors. Count as 认为看作算作被视为 consider somebody something in a particular way. For tax purposes, that money is counted as income. For tax purposes, that money is counted as income. I count him among my closest friends. I count him among my closest friends. I count him among my closest friends. Count your blessing. Count your blessing. 往好处想，知足常乐。Realize how lucky you are and not complain. Count your blessing. Stop looking so miserable and count your blessing. At least you've still got a job and somewhere to live. TikTok's ambitions appear large, especially after the parent company ByteDance raised $3 billion in funding in October 2018, counting SoftBank as one of its investors. 句子的主句是 TikTok's ambitions appear large, especially after 时间状语后面 counting as 状语从句也是做进一步的解释。Count as. Given its focus on teens, we believe TikTok can pose a threat to Snap core user base. Moffat Nathanson's Michael Matheson wrote in a recent note, TikTok's ambitions appear large, especially after its parent company ByteDance raised $3 billion in funding in October 2018, counting SoftBank as one of its investors. While TikTok first launched in China in 2016 to help expand in the United States, the company purchased a similar app called Musical.ly and consolidated the two. Now TikTok boasts 5 million monthly active users, compared with Twitter's 326 million as of the end of its third quarter. While Snap doesn't report monthly metrics, the company announced 186 million daily active users in the third quarter, its second straight report of sequential decline. Consolidate 使合成一体合并 to join things together into one. The two companies consolidate for greater efficiency. Unify, unite, merge. 近义词 unify, unite, merge. Metrics 数据。A set of statistics used for measuring something, especially results that show how well a business, school, etc. is doing. Remove most of the quantitative metrics to assess performance. Remove most of the quantitative metrics to assess performance. Metrics 做诗法韵律学 The use of study of metrical structures in verse. Sequential 按次序的、顺序的、序列的 following in order of time or place. In this way, the children are introduced to sequential learning. Sequel 续篇、续集。书、电影、戏剧等的续篇续集 a book, film, movie, play, etc. that continues the story of an early one. A sequel to the hit movie Madagascar, 热门影片马达加斯加的续集。While TikTok first launched in China 2016 to help expand to United States, the company purchased a similar app called Musical.ly and consolidate the two. Now TikTok boasts 500 million monthly active users, compared with Twitter's 326 million as of the end of its third quarter. While Snap doesn't report monthly metrics, the company announced 186 billion daily active users in the third quarter, its second straight report of sequential declines. Consolidate metrics sequential. TikTok, owned by China-based company ByteDance, allows users to create and share short-form videos similar to those on Snapchat and Vine. The app that Twitter purchased and ended up shutting down 2 years ago. TikTok has broad copyright agreements, allowing users to create music videos in which they lip-sync along to popular songs. Shut down 关张停业倒闭关闭停止运转 shut down. To stop opening for business, to stop working. Smaller contractors had been forced to shut down. Shut down 终结 a kill on someone who is on killing spree of 3 or more kills. Lip sync 对口型 to move your mouth without speaking or singing so that its movement match the sound on a recorded song, etc. Recorded song. She's lip-synced to Beatles' song. His lip-synced Return to Sender. Sync. TikTok, owned by China-based company ByteDance, allows users to create and share short-form videos similar to those on Snapchat and Vine, the app that Twitter purchased and ended up shutting down 2 years ago. TikTok has broad copyright agreements, allowing users to create music videos in which they lip sync along to popular songs。主语 TikTok 两个逗号隔开了同位语，修饰 TikTok 被动语态。谓语 allows 宾语 users similar to those on Snapchat and Vine 是定语修饰 videos。后面同位语从句解释说明 why。A new app is taking off and it could pose a big threat to Snapchat's core user base, according to an analyst report by Moffett-Nathanson, an independent sell-side research firm. Takeoff 突然大受欢迎，迅速流行。Of an idea, a product, etc., to become successful or popular very quickly or suddenly. The new magazine has really take off. Take off 脱掉，起飞，匆匆离去，急忙离开。He took off my wet boots and made me sit by the fire. The plane took off an hour late. When he saw me coming, he took off in the opposite direction. Pose a big threat to 构成巨大的威胁。You also just spoke out against app stores and how they pose a big threat to internet freedom. Pose 造成威胁，引起产生，姿势姿态。Pose a big threat to take off. How TikTok is climbing the download charts, taking on Snapchat and Twitter. Climb 攀登 to go up something towards the top. Climb 爬上去 climb to the top. The car slowly climbed the hill. Go climbing. Take off. Pose a big threat. Pose. Shut off. Shut down. Lip sync. Lip sync. Consolidate. Unify, unit, merge. Matrix words. Metrical structure in words. Sequential, sequent. Sequel, sequential. Sequel. Count as. Count your bless. Count your blessing. Count as. Roll out. Draw. 绘画 draw lots. Initial. Could pause. Thread to. Expand to. First launch. Short form. Pauser.
TikTok is taking off, and it could pose a big threat to other apps.
TikTok is taking off, and it could pose a big threat to other apps.
TikTok, owned by China-based company ByteDance, allows users to create and share short-form videos.
TikTok, owned by China-based company ByteDance, allows users to create and share short-form videos.
While it first launched in China, to help expand to the US, the company purchased a similar app and consolidated the two.
While it first launched in China, to help expand to US, the company purchased a similar app and consolidated the two.